Hello everyone, welcome to GS Score. This is Ajay Shah. So let's start the discussion of 10 MCQs from current affairs. And today we are going to discuss the MCQs which are in news from geography and environment. So this is the first question for you. And this question says, consider the following statements regarding the Sargasso Sea. The first statement says the growth of Sargasso seaweed algae belt is declining in Sargasso Sea. So this statement is factually wrong because seaweed algae belt is not declining, but that is increasing in the Sargasso Sea. Now the second statement says it lies within the northern Atlantic subtropical gyre defined only by the ocean current. So this statement is factually correct. Since we have to choose incorrect statement, so one will be the correct answer. Now some validation. So why this Sargasso Sea was in news? Because recently it has been found that Sargasso seaweed algae belt is basically increasingly growing in the Sargasso Sea. Now, what is the effect of seaweed on marine wildlife? So, seaweed can be a boon for marine wildlife, providing habitat for creatures including fish and birds. But at the same time, thick mats of seaweeds that can block the sunlight. And if they are in large mats, then they can die, they can sink, and it can prove to be quite deadly for the marine life, including the corals. Now, as far as this Sargasso Sea is concerned, then while all other seas in the world, they are defined by at least in part by land boundaries, the Sargasso Sea is defined only and only by the ocean current. So we'll move to the next question. Now this question is on orchid. So we have also done one question on orchid in our previous MCQs. So the first statement says, trade in wild orchid is banned globally. So this statement is correct. Now the second statement says terrestrial orchids are found in large numbers in the temperate and alpine regions, and mycoheterotrophic orchids are found in temperate regions or growing with parasites in the tropical region. So this statement is also correct. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Now some validation. So why orchid was in news? Orchid was in news because for the first time Botanical Survey of India, it has come up with a very comprehensive census of orchids of India, and it has put the total number of orchid species at 1265. Now as per this Botanical Survey of India, there are 3 life forms of orchids. The first is epiphytic, then we have terrestrial, and then we have mycoheterotrophic orchid. Fine. Now this entire orchid family is listed under Appendix 2 of CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species in Wild Fauna and Flora, and therefore any trade in wild orchid is banned globally. Now we'll move to the next question. Now this question is about Diego tortoise, which was in news recently. So the first statement says it is endemic to the Pacific coast of North America. So this is factually incorrect because Diego tortoise is endemic to off coast of South America. Now second says it is listed as critically endangered in IUCN obviously. So this is correct. So correct answer will be only 2. Now this question need no much explanation. We'll move to the next question. Now this question is on Amrabad Tiger Reserve, which was in news recently. So in which state it is located? Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra. So the correct answer is Telangana. So why this Amrabad Tiger Reserve was in news? Because recently central government has granted in principle clearance for uranium exploration in the Amrabad Tiger Reserve in Telangana. Now this tiger reserve is India's largest tiger reserve, next only to its sibling, that is original Nagarjuna Sagar Tiger Reserve. Now this was in controversy because as per the critics, the exploration of uranium will expose and pollute the surface water, groundwater, and leach the minerals and dangerous chemicals into the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. Critics also says that the roads will fragment and degrade the dry forest, which may never recover after such a massive exercise. We'll move to the next question. Now this question is on International Fund for Animal Welfare. So the first statement says it is a global non-profit organization helping animals and people thrive together. So this statement is correct. Now the second statement says it is involved in rescuing, rehabilitating and protecting animals' natural habitat. So this statement is also correct. Both statement 1 and 2 are Correct, fine. So this International Fund for Animal Welfare, it basically work for helping the animals and people thrive together. It works on the rescue, rehabilitate, and release animals and restore and protect their natural habitats. In its journey, in its endeavor, it basically partner with local communities, government, NGOs, and even the business organizations. We'll move to the next question. So, who is the ex officio chairman of National Board for Wildlife, whether Union Ministry of Environment, Prime Minister, Secretary, or Chief Secretary? So, it's a very easy question. Prime Minister is the answer because Prime Minister is the head of this organization. Now, why this was a news? This was the news because National Board for Wildlife, it has basically given its note for an air defense and weaponry project in Jammu and Kashmir. And this project will basically take substantial portion of Gulmarg Wildlife Sanctuary. The land will be used, and the project will also cover approximately 12 hectares of the forest land outside the Gulmarg Sanctuary in Jammu and Kashmir. So we'll move to the next question. Now this is again a very easy question. Saffir-Simpson scale is used to measure which of the following? Earthquake, hurricane, height of rainfall, to estimate the loss during the forest fire. So it's a very easy question. The correct answer is size of hurricane. Fine. We'll move to the next question. So this question is on Chirodacron boreas, fine, which was in news recently. So what exactly is this? Whether it is the largest flying animal, it is a comet, it is a rainbow-like reflection, it's a mammal. So what is the correct answer? So correct answer is option number A. It was the largest flying animal, which was a plane-sized reptile that was in news. Fine. So again, it's a very easy question. We'll move to the next question. Now the question is about regarding bone challenge. Fine. So let's read the statements. The first statement says it is a new commitment to the deforested and degraded land for their restoration. So what do you think? Is it correct or it is wrong? It is wrong because it is not a new commitment, but Bonn Challenge is a global commitment which is not new, but it is an old commitment, and it is a practical mean of realizing many existing international commitments, including Convention on Biological Diversity, HE targets 15, etc. Fine. And let us see the second statement. It is an implementation vehicle for national priorities such as food and water security while contributing to the achievements of international climate commitment. So this statement is correct. So only 2 is the correct statement. So B will be the correct answer. Now some value addition. So what is this Bonn Challenge? Bonn Challenge is nothing but it's a global effort to bring 150 million hectares of world's deforested and degraded land into the restoration by 2020 and also 350 million hectares by 2030. Now, Bonn Challenge is a forest landscape restoration approach which aims to restore ecological integrity at the same time as improving human well-being through multifunctional landscapes. Now, Bonn Challenge is not a new global commitment, but rather a practical means to realizing many existing international commitments, including CBD, HE Target 15, then UNFCCC, then REDD plus goal, then Rio plus 20, etc. Fine. So, I'll move to the next question and the last question. And this question is related with, and the question says, with reference to Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, consider the following statements. Now the question, the first statement says, it is a platform proposed by France for generating and exchanging knowledge. So this statement is wrong because it has been proposed by India and not by France. So first statement is wrong. Now the second statement says, it will involve providing financial support to the developing as well as island nations. So this statement is also wrong because in this there is no mechanism of financial mechanism, but it is only a knowledge based platform. That means there will be exchange of only knowledge and there is no question of finance in this. Now the third says it is in line with the UN Agenda 2030 principle of focusing on the most vulnerable regions and population for support. So this statement is correct. So only 3 will be the right answer. Now some value addition. So what is this Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure? It was in news because recently Prime Minister of India announced a global coalition for disaster resilient infrastructure in United Nations Action Summit 2019. Now it has been said that there will be a platform in which there will be generation and exchange of knowledge. Now this CDRI will provide member countries technical support and capacity development, research, knowledge management, advocacy and partnership to facilitate and encourage investment in disaster resilient infrastructure system. Now CDRI will uphold the United Nations Agenda 2030 principle of leaving no one, no place and no ecosystem behind, focusing on the most vulnerable regions and population while enabling inclusive and deliberative processes that recognize national and local efforts as primal focus. Fine. So that's all for today. I hope I'm very clear. So please like and subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you very much.